We're going to study some words today. Manifest, adjective, apparent, evident, self reliant, manifestive, visible. Let's look down. Clear, distinct, express. Okay, there's nothing about God in this definition. That's what I'm looking for. There's nothing relating to God or religion in the word manifest. Okay, let's look at the word destiny. Oh, I just had it. I had it, but I misplaced it again. Give me a minute. Oh, here it is. Have it tucked in my book. Okay, destiny. Fate, fortune, portion. Okay. Predestination. Okay, here we got God's will. Destiny is defined as God's will. Hmm. Okay, that explains the term manifest destiny. I was looking for that term. And what they said was that manifest destiny, a term that President Pope used to take land away from Mexico and the Indians and take Texas. And in other words, they call it settle the West. What does settle mean? You know, once you get to these meaning of these words, settle means to colonize. People was living there. You wasn't just going to some land. So they use all these words, manifest destiny, like God's will that we go and kill these people and take their land to make the U.S. bigger. That's what they said. So what I'm showing you is that how we have to really understand words and the meaning hidden behind them. And I can understand if you are a minority people worried about your survival, you got to be very careful who's around you because they might want to take you out. So you have to take them out before they take you out. That's what it says. Now, when you study the word integration, and you can do your own research, it has to do with mathematical principles like integral calculus, and things like that. But nowhere do you see a definition of integration as a mixing of two races. So that term was used really just like manifest destiny was used as God's will to destroy another people. But it was hidden because everybody thought it was good to integrate. Most people did. Well, let me ask you this. I'm not a Bible scholar, but I do remember people uniting, building something, and God said, "Oh, these people have united and they speak one language, and they're gonna build a temple up to heaven." So He said, "Let us confound their language and scatter them." I'm gonna go reference that if I remember about it. Remind me to do that. He said, "Go down and confound their language and then scatter them so they can't unite and try to build a temple to heaven." And that's where we have the different continents and everything because it was all one big place, right? So if God gave people different languages and separated them to prevent unity, why are and unite people? You see what I'm saying? I've always been a student of words. I like English because it's a very interesting language. You can use words to say anything you want to say and you disguise it. Most languages are not like that. They have definite meanings. It means only one or two things. But English, man, just look at this synonyms for words. Each word got, man, at least 50 synonyms. Each word got 50 more synonyms. So what does that mean? It means whatever you say means what you think it means. It don't mean what you. In other words, there's no definite in the language. You can have one definition in your mind. Somebody else can have another definition. And it just means what you think it means. So there's no real consensus on what a word means. And especially when you get in legalese, man, you think it means one thing, it means something else. Because they change. Look, we talked about Black's Law Dictionary some time back. Why do you think they have a new dictionary about every 7 to 10 years? The words are being changed. They're being defined differently. That's why you keep having updates of dictionaries because 10 years a word would change. Now why would they do that? To keep you confused, to keep you from learning the truth. So that's how truth is hidden by words. Settle America. America wasn't unsettled. People was living here. So settled is another word for colonize. Pilgrim. What is a pilgrim? Colonizer. Look it up. This is fun to me. This is something I've always done. Most of my adult life, I had a love affair with words. Get into the real meaning. What are you really saying? Come on. Stop playing with me. Now, this is the synonym finder for those of you who are new. J.R. Rawdell, over 1 million synonyms. Yeah. Now, these synonyms are not legal meanings. They're just definitions. They're words that are used in place of a word. And I don't know if this is complete or not. But they have quite a bit of synonyms. So you really need to study words, especially when you start studying law, because it doesn't mean what you think it means. It's always something different, always. Well, that's the class for today. We talked about manifest destiny had been applied to God's will, and each of them words separately do not have anything to do with God. And I ask you for your homework to look up the word integration and see if you can find God's anywhere in bringing people together when the whole Bible talks about people being separate, having different languages by divine decree. And when people come together in the American experiment, it always been one people being destroyed. What did manifest destiny do? What did God want them to do? Destroy the Indians and the Mexicans. Because they was on this land. This was part of their land. So now they've been destroyed. If you think they're not destroyed, show me them being represented in the government. If you're not represented in the government, you are destroyed people. And I don't mean one or two people. Well, that's it for now. We'll talk about this later. I've beat that horse to death. Peace.